from Gator Park on the campus of Santa Maria High School. It's time for Division I non-select quarterfinal baseball on the Rev Game of the Week. My name is Jeff Porsche, and along with Mike Moeller, we welcome you to Game 2 of the best-of-3 quarterfinal series between the Benton Tigers and the fifth-seeded Amant Gators. When we return, we'll talk about this afternoon's matchup, followed by the first pitch here on the Rev Game of the Week.
Rev Business is connecting companies from the bayou to the river to the lake with the technology, expertise, and uniquely homegrown support that only Rev Business can deliver. From internet and hosted phone to managed Wi-Fi and Metro E, our best-in-class services are tailored to your needs, backed by in-house support and a local team devoted to keeping your business up and running. Visit us at letsrev.biz. Rev Business.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program. Experience the best of both worlds as high school seamlessly blends with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Earn your high school diploma and an associate's degree in biological science or humanities in less time. Get acclimated to college coursework and expectations, giving you a 2-year head start on your peers. In fact, 86% of early college option students earn both a high school diploma and associate's degree from River Parishes Community College at the same time. And ECO students achieve an average ACT score of 24. You can enjoy a smaller learning environment that fosters collaborative learning, yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook cost. Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program, where your future begins today. Enroll for next year and seize the opportunity of a lifetime.
Rev Business is here to connect your company beyond your storefront. We're here to power your passion, improve your communication, and link you to your customers with the services you need and the local support you deserve. From operating your front office to tracking your inventory, our team is ready to deliver services that transform your day-to-day with flexibility and consistency, so you can focus on what matters most, your customers. Rev Business.
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week. We're at Santa Maria. Jeff Porsche, Mike Moeller with you. Game 2 of the best-of-3. Santa Maria, the visitors today, even though they are playing at their home field. The Benton Tigers are the home team tonight, the 13 seed. They won last night by a final score of 4-2, so they need to win one, and they advance to Sulphur. Santa Maria, they need 2 victories here, so if Santa Maria wins Game 2, then we will have a Game 3. If Benton wins Game 2, then the series is over, and Benton will win 2-0. And Santa Maria, they are the host team, but they are the visitors, and they have had a very good season, even though they did suffer a defeat last night, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, Santa Maria, they're going to come in with a record of 26-10. They were 7-3, the district runner-up in District 5-5A. They did draw a bye in that first round of the playoffs, and then they defeated Covington 1-0 and 13-3, but dropped the second game of that series. Ended up winning the rubber match to advance to this series here. Like you said, Benton did win this game last night. We talked about it. We mentioned it last night several times. So important to get game number 1 under your belt, right? However, it was kind of like we thought it was going to be, pretty much a pitcher's duel, other than that one inning, where there were 3 unearned runs, I believe. It would have been a 2-1 game at some point. And both teams still have plenty of bullpen/pitcher left.
Yeah, we're going to see another good one from Benton, and we're going to look at their resume. Right now, they are the 13 seed, but they actually have a better record than Santa Maria. It's more of a power rating thing, why Santa Maria is rated higher, but look at their schedule and look at their record and look at what they've done to the 5-5A teams, Mike.
Yeah, they are 29-9. They do have a better record than Santa Maria, just like you said. Power rankings, maybe maybe the 5-5A district just a little bit stronger, in the PowerPoint category than that District 5A, but their Benton Tigers were also the district runner-up in District 1-5A, and they were 10-4. They did have to play a by-district round. They defeated Denham Springs 2-0 for scores of 1-0 and 13-1. Then they traveled down here last weekend and defeated Dutchtown 2-1 and 3-0.
And now we're going to get to the public address announcer, but one more mention with Benton. If they get a win today, they will have won their 6th playoff game against a 5A opponent, which is a very impressive feat. As we're going to get to the starting lineups right now, we'll turn to public address.
At first base, number 1, Bryson Pierce. In right field, number 5, Cade Bryant. DH, number 18, Caleb Trey. Behind the plate, number 19, Griffin Sidley. At second base, number 17, Malachi Ziegler. In center field, number 14, Kanan Greer. In left field, number 21, Hayden Miller. At third base, number 6, Case Jordan. And starting pitcher for the Tigers, number 7, Thomas Allen. And now, the starting lineup for your Amant Gators. Behind the plate, number 18, Trent Laporte. At third base, number 32, Chase Kelly. In center field, number 7, Lane Swanson. At second base, number 11, Landon Blanchard. Your starting pitcher, number 4, Wyatt Ford. At first base, number 22, Jake Moody. Your DH, number 13, Parker Guidry. At shortstop, number 3, Ryder Molay. In left field, number 6, Easton Humphrey. And in right field, number 28, Connor Dahl. And at this time, I'd like everyone please stand. Remove your hats and playing of the national anthem.
We're ready for baseball. Game 2 of the best of 3, potentially playing 2 here today, depending on who wins this second game. Benton leads this series 1-0. They win game 2 and it's over. If Santa Maria wins game 2, there will be a game 3 following this game 2. We will have all the action for you today here at Santa Maria. And speaking of the action, let's get to the starting batting order for the visiting Santa Maria Gators.
Yeah, offensively today for the Gators, leading off is going to be the catcher, Trent Laporte. Hitting second, Chase Kelly, who plays third base. Hitting third to the center fielder is Lane Swanson. Batting cleanup, Landon Blanchard, the second baseman. Hitting fifth, the pitchers, Wyatt Ford. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Jace Moody. In the 7th hole, designated hitter Parker Guidry. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Ryder Mole. And hitting ninth, the center fielder, Easton Humphrey.
And a nice afternoon, bit cloudy, partly cloudy, 86 degrees here on the Santa Maria High School campus. We're here at Gator Park, and to your left field area, you have the Lady Gator Park, home of the state champion, 3-time in a row state champion Santa Maria Lady Gators. And toward right center, you will be able to see the Gold Dome, home of the basketball Santa Maria Gators, and behind that you have the campus itself. We're out here in Santa Maria. Jeff Porsche, Mike Moeller ready for game 2 on the mound for Benton, Thomas Allen.
Yeah, Thomas Allen, I mean, he's supposed to be another one of those pitchers we talked about coming into last night's game. They'd only given up 2 runs in their 4 playoff games, and you know, they kind of held true to form last night as Cade Bryant was, I mean, dazzled for 6+ innings, which reached his pitch count towards there at the end, and they had to bring in a reliever to finish the game. But you know, it's just so important. I can't stress enough to try to stay away from that bullpen as much as you can. And we've heard a little bit about this Thomas Allen. He's supposed to throw it pretty hard with a little breaking ball. So the Gators, I guess their MO would be to try to hunt that fastball early.
We've heard that, and we're going to see if they play a little more aggressive here, trying to attack this pitcher with a lot of velocity. Leadoff hitter, Laporte, first pitch. That's a ball inside. Laporte, the leadoff hitter, he was 1 for 2 last night with 2 walks. He led the game off with a double, but was stranded as he hits a ground ball to short. And the throw to first, Brignac to Pierce, 6-3 for the first out. And with 1 out here in the first, let's look at the Benton defensive start.
Yeah, defensively for the Tigers today in the outfield from left to right, Caden Millen, Cannon Greer, and Cade Bryant. In the infield, third base, Case Jordan, Hudson Brignac, Malachi Ziegler. First base is Bryce Pierce. And the battery today, Thomas Allen on the mound, Griffin Sibley behind the dish.
And there's a drive to left, and it's off the wall. And it's going to be a stand-up double for Chase Kelly. And just a few feet away from getting that out of the park, as you see on the replay. He took that one for a ride.
Yeah, that ball kind of, you see the flags kind of blowing out to that left. That ball got up in that little bit of a jet stream that we have right there, carried all the way to the wall with Chase Kelly ambushing that first fastball.
And we were told that may happen. Just jump on those fastballs early. And now Lane Swanson comes to the plate, and the first pitch all outside. So Kelly gets the double in the 2 spot. Last night, Laporte had the double in the 1 spot. They weren't able to get a run in the first last night. We'll see what they can do here on the top of the first today. And that misses. Post pitch, a little outside.
Might have been a little high right there. Looked like it caught some of the plate, but we'll have to see what kind of zone we'll be working with today.
Swanson was 1 for 4 with a run scored. He was also the losing pitcher last night. Hard luck loser, 3 unearned runs out of the 4. And now kind of 2-1 with 1 out. Allen on the mound, right-hander, and swing and a miss. So it's 2-2 with 1 out. Laporte grounded to short. Kelly doubled off the wall to left. And here we are, 2-2, 1 out in the top of the first. 2 pitch misses outside, so we get to a full count.
2 pitch, see that wind picking up. The flags are pretty much starts towards left field, and that's that can play a big deal. I mean, this is a short porch here at Gator Park to begin with in left field. They try to get the ball elevated and carry out of this park.
And they pull the trigger right there. The home plate umpire calls Swanson down on strikes for the first strikeout of the game. And there's Brandon Bravada with 2 outs here in the top of the first. And he has had a great career here at Santa Maria and also at Berwick.
Yeah, Coach Bravada, I mean, he's in his 5th season here. He's 123 and 43, 29 and 11 in district, 10 and 7 in the playoffs. Took Berwick in 2018, won the state championship in that division. Gators finished 2nd this year under Bravada in the district. To Live Oak, the eventual champs.
He's trying to get to Sulphur for the 2nd time in 3 years. As we have a timeout, and the catcher Sibley's going to have a conversation with Allen. If Bravada wants to make it back to Sulphur with Santa Maria for the 2nd time in 3 years, he's going to have to win 2 today. This is game 2. there would be a Game 3 if Santa Maria wins. Following Game 2 this afternoon, we'll cover both games if they are a reality. And there's a pitch and a strike. So Landon Blanchard, he was over 4 yesterday.
You see Allen trying to work those lefties away, trying to just nip that outside corner. That's why he got Swanson to freeze on that fastball inside. Not sure if that was intentional. And umpire went to ring him up right there, but it was only the second strike. He went to pull the trigger.
Yep. But moves the count to 1-2. So Allen ahead in the count. He's the cleanup hitter. And a breaking ball, and that was a beauty.
Right there, a breaking ball right there.
And so after giving up the double to Kelly, Allen has back-to-back strikeouts. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left after half an inning, no score. And Benton coming to bat, and we'll take a look at their batting order right now.
Offensively today for the Tigers, leading off will be Hudson Brignac, shortstop, hitting second. The first baseman, Bryson Pierce, hitting third, Cade Bryant. He plays right field. And the cleanup hitter is going to be the DH, Caleb Frey. Griffin Sibley, the catcher, hits fifth. Batting sixth is the second baseman, Malachi Ziegler. Hitting seventh, the center fielder, Cannon Greer. Hitting eighth, the left fielder, Hayden Millen. And batting ninth is the third baseman, Case Jerk.
And on the mound today for the Santa Maria Gators, another good pitcher, Wyatt Ford, number 4. The left-hander is going to face the Benton lineup today.
Yeah, Wyatt Ford, a Nickel State commit, comes in with a 2.98 ERA. He's got 47 innings pitched on the season with a record of 4 wins and 3 losses. Also has 3 saves on the season thus far. He's got 59 strikeouts and 27 walks.
And we're in Game 2 of the best of 3. The winner would take on the winner of the Mandeville Barb series as we look at the quarterfinal pairings. Mandeville and Barb. Barb's up 1-0. Benton is ahead here in our series, 1-0. Sam Houston is ahead 1-0 over Live Oak right now, and Central and West Monroe, they're tied at 1, so they're going to play the sighting game later today.
Yeah, I think they played their first game Thursday night. Central ended up winning that 5-0. West Monroe takes yesterday's game, so their rubber match is going to be today as well. They just spread it out over 3 days instead of 3 games in 2 days.
And here we're going to see Brignac, Pierce, and Bryant. So the lineups didn't change as far as the batting order goes. There have been some defensive moves and a new pitcher on both sides, but pretty much the same batting orders that we saw last night. Brignac, the first pitch is bounced foul to the third base coach. He's also the head coach. We'll talk about him in a moment.
Yeah, way out front of that pitch right there. It was Brignac. He might have started him off with a little off speed right there, which you don't see very often, but could be effective.
So 0-1 and some heat time inside. Brignac was 0 for 3 last night. Did have 1 walk, so he did reach base. And there's a breaking ball. Didn't quite get there. 2-1. We're just underway, bottom of the first. No score. Leadoff hitter takes ball 3. So Ford falls behind a little bit. Don't want to get that leadoff hitter setting the table for your opponent. And there's a bouncer to second, and Blanchard gets it, and the quick throw to Moody for the first out, 4-3. And with the first out, let's look at the defensive starters for Santa Maria.
Yeah, defensively for the Gators today in the outfield from left to right, Easton Humphrey, Lane Swanson, and Connor Darr. On the infield, third base, Chase Kelly, shortstop, Ryder Moway, second baseman, Landon Blanchard, and at first base, Jace Moody. Battery today for the Gators behind the dish, Trent Laporte, and on the mound, Wyatt Ford.
Now Bryson Pierce comes to the plate, and there's a nice breaking ball for a strike. He's the first baseman today. He replaces Frey at first base, who moves to the designated hitter spot. And hits a fly ball, And that's going to be trouble when it falls to left center, and Humphrey comes up with it, throws a second, but you're going to get a base hit right there by Pierce. So you got the first runner on base for Benton with Kay Bryant coming to the plate.
Yeah, kind of just a little fillet. Got a pitch about out of the third right there. Did a good job staying, keeping his hands back, letting it travel a little bit. Didn't try to pull it and roll over it. Just served that ball right into left center for a base hit.
This is a good shot on the replay. Bounces over to Humphrey. He gets it in, but he holds Pierce to first. And the first pitch to Bryant is a ball. Bryant was 0 for 4 yesterday, but he was the winning pitcher. He went 6 1/3 for the win. We're going to go back to first. A little bit about Bryant's performance. He was able to get out of a bases-loaded jam with the help of his bullpen, but he got the first out there in the 6th, and then he had to be pulled as you get the 1-0 pitch and a strike called.
Yeah, I think he reached his pitch count, right?
Yeah. I talked to Chris Shakesnyder, who was here last night. He texted me after the game, after he watched a little bit of our broadcast. He said he hit his pitch limit, so he had to be pulled at that spot. So that's why it was no choice but to go to the bullpen. And so they brought in the relief pitcher, and he got 2 quick strikeouts and got the save. That was Webb who got the save as the next pitch.
So we're a little confused with the strike zone right now. That looked like a little bit better pitch than the other one.
Right. It's 2-1. So Pierce at first, 1 out. And he fouls it away. So the count now even, 2-2. Brignac started this inning grounding out to Blanchard for the first out. Then Pierce got the single to left center. And here we are, 2-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Pierce has a good lead. Not going anywhere, and it's fouled away again. Final score last night was 4-2, in case you missed it. Benton got 3 unearned runs in the 4th after some infield errors and an errant throw on a pickoff attempt. And that was too much, and they got him picked, but the throw back to first gets away, and he's going to try to go to third, and he is going to get there standing. And we were talking about the errors in the 4th inning yesterday, and you have an error right there by the pitcher on the errant pickoff attempt. Pierce had broke for second. They threw it to first, and they were going to bring it down to the shortstop and try to tag him out, but the throw to first got away.
Yeah, sometimes whenever you pick that late up and you see him breaking first move, you kind of try to rush. You think you got to make a quick throw over there to give your first baseman a chance to throw him out at second. End up rushing that throw, didn't finish it.
So now Pierce 90 feet away from giving Benton the lead. On the bottom of the first. Infield playing at the edge of the grass. Out away. You hate to fall behind early if you're Santa Maria, especially down 0-1 in the series and facing an outstanding pitcher like they are today. So want to keep this run from scoring if you can, and they get a strikeout. Look at that breaking ball right there.
That's it. And I almost called that the pitch prior because he's been throwing top of his own fastballs up, changed his eye level. If you could start that curveball in that exact same slot, it's going to be tough to react to.
Dane Peavy got the win last night for his Benton Tigers. He's the third base coach for them, and he's in his 3rd season, and he's got things rolling right now.
Yeah, he's been doing a fantastic job over here. He's got quite the resume. He was at Northwestern for 2 years, Airline, he was assistant for 2 years, DeRitter for 3 years, and now at Benton for 3 years.
Caleb Frey at the plate.
Got a record of the 3rd year at Benton, so he's 70 and 38. So
yeah. That's at 23 wins?
Yeah,
something like that.
Heck of a job.
Yep. Got 30 this year. So Frey at the plate, 1-1. He's a DH today, and there's a beautiful breaking ball. 1 and 2, and that breaking ball is working right now, and that's effective.
And I kind of like the fact that he's keeping it in his back pocket for the most part. He threw like 4 or 5 consecutive fastballs to Bryant, and then pulled out that breaking ball when he needed to.
And got him looking on the outside corner, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for Wyatt Ford. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. After 1 inning, no score between Benton and Santa Ma. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Rev Business is here to connect your company beyond your storefront. We're here to power your passion, improve your communication, and link you to your customers with the services you need and the local support you deserve. From operating your front office to tracking your inventory, our team is ready to deliver services that transform your day-to-day with flexibility and consistency, so you can focus on what matters most, your customers. Rev Business.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Top of the second at Santa Ma. Santa Ma, the visitors today for Game 2. No score between Santa Ma and Benton. And Thomas Allen on the mound for Benton will face 5, 6, and 7 Wyatt Ford, Jace Moody, and Parker Guidry. Huge pitches made by Wyatt Ford in the latter half of that inning. That first inning there, 3-2 breaking ball. Locks up Bryant. And then the 2-strike, you figure, that's going to be his go-to pitch, right? But he kind of pitches Frey backwards. Starts him soft, finishes him hard. Strands that runner at third base. Exactly. Wyatt Ford now, the pitcher at the plate, takes a strike. He was 0 for 4 yesterday, and that was a good sign for Santa Ma because last night you had the error early in that inning, and then it escalated. That time you had the error, and it did not escalate, did not give up the run, and we still have no score. Count 1-1. And there's a grounder up the middle. The shortstop's going to get it, and a throw in time. That one just died on the turf as Brignac makes the play. Yeah, I thought that ball, if he got a little bit more of the barrel on that ball, I think it would have got up the middle, but he kind of hit it off the end. Gave Brignac plenty of time to come across a dime and make a clean pickup and good throw to first. I thought that was going to make it through, but it just did not have enough gas on it. And first pitch to Jace Moody is a strike. One out here in the top of the second. Moody was 0 for 2, and he was hit by a pitch last night, and that's a beauty. Both these guys have their stuff working so far. Breaking balls for sure. That's a little slider right there from Allen. Everybody talks about his big fastball, and start mixing that in right there. And he gets away from him on strike 3, but the throw to first. And in time, so the strikeout counts as a second out. And now Parker Guidry will come to the plate with 2 outs here very quickly. Textbook right there by Sibley. That ball gets away from him. No panic. Turns around, finds it. Goes down, bare hands it, sets his feet, makes a good throw. Bang, bang at first. And now both these pitchers filling up the strike zone here. Strike to Parker Guidry. He was 0 for 1 with 2 walks yesterday. Oh, well, I think he went around there. Yeah, he tied him up big time right there. He ran that fastball in on his hands. Yeah, he wasn't doing some late life on that ball. He wasn't doing anything with that pitch. We tried to get on that one a little bit. See that front side fly open. We were told that the number 2 starter was just as good as the ace, and he's lived up to billing so far as a strikeout, number 4 on the day. And a 1-2-3 inning for Santa Ma. We go to the bottom of the second. No score between Santa Ma and Benton. And here in the middle of the second, let's talk about Santa Maria and what they've done the last 5 seasons.
Yeah, last 5 seasons, everything but 2020, the season that was shut down by COVID, that made the playoffs. In 2019, they come in as a 26 seed, made it to the regionals. In 2021 as a 9 seed. They make it by district round. 2022 was that run to the state finals and eventually dropped that game to West Monroe. And then last year come in at the 8 seed again and make it to the quarterfinals.
So the last 2 seasons, Mike, this team's been eliminated by West Monroe. You know they want to play West Monroe again. If they would meet at some point, it would be in the finals,
yes.
And they would be completely satisfied with that.
Yeah,
sure.
It would have to be the same route. If Santa Maria were to win this series, I'm sure they would have to play Barb, which is exactly what they had to do.
Yep.
They beat Barb actually to get to the semifinals 2 years ago. But same side of the bracket, and they eventually met up with West Monroe in that championship game.
And now Wyatt Ford, after giving up the single and an errant throw on the pickoff attempt, which moved the runner to third, had back-to-back strikeouts, and we'll see if he can keep up that pace with Sibley, Ziegler, and Greer coming to the plate, and a swing and a miss by the catcher, Griffin Sibley. He was 1 for 2, had a walk, and his courtesy runner had a stolen base last night. And ball. So Ford had the strikeout looking and strikeout swinging in the first, and it looked like strike 2 right there, but umpire did not pull the trigger.
Good take right there by Sibley. That ball was a strike for a long time.
And right up the middle, off the shin, and a quick throw to first for the out. And I think he got hit in the shin there, and he's very sore.
Yeah, that's either top of the shin or the knee right there. You see it?
Yeah, didn't get to see it on that replay right there, but definitely took a shot.
Yeah, you got to applaud the effort too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, pounced right on that ball. Didn't rush anything, kind of just set his feet. Knew he had some time. Made a good throw, got that first out. Here's the thing, he should be okay. Oh, yeah, right off that shin.
Yep, ouch.
Here's the thing, though, he should be okay while he's pitching now.
Yeah.
What we have to pay attention to is when he goes in that dugout and sits when they bat and then comes back up. That's when that thing may tend to tighten up a hair.
And he comes through with that breaking ball right after to Ziegler. And you don't see that often on that first pitch, but Ziegler fouls it off.
Yeah, he started Sibley off with a changeup. Starts Ziegler off with that curveball. That's what I talk about pitching backwards, when you start soft and finish the hitter off with the hard stuff.
Yep. And ahead on Ziegler, 0-2. He was 0 for 2, had a run scored last night. Plenty of assists over at second base, though. Had a good defensive game. And the ball high.
Not bad. See if he's going to break that curveball off right here. Try to start that pitch a little above out of zone. See if he can get Ziegler to lock up on it.
Swing and a miss at a pitch outside of the strike zone. And he records his 3rd strikeout of the day. 3 of the last 4 hitters have gone down on strikes, Mike.
Yeah, both pitchers just showing up today. I mean, we knew it was going to happen. We knew the whole series was going to be like this.
Exactly.
Right? It's going to be tight.
3-game series going to be played in about 6 hours, it feels like, or less. First pitch, the ball. That's Cannon Greer, the center fielder, at the plate. He was 0 for 3 last night. That's a strike. Still trying to figure out this strike zone here, where it's going to be. It's kind of all over the place at this point, but starting to settle down a little bit. And looked like he was going to try to drop one, but it's a ball. I think just trying to break things up.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't look like he was trying to drag for a base hit. Might have just been had to take the whole way trying to. Oh.
And that one at the letters for a strike. So 2-2, 2 outs in the second. And the swings at an inside pitch, fouls it away.
Good pitch right there by Ford.
Count.
Tried to lock him up inside, but good job by Greer right there to fight that pitch off.
And it remains 2-2, and you look up on the scoreboard over here at Santa Maria. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, second inning.
This is wild.
And that's a ball. Had one to waste, see if he'd chase it, did not. Now it's a full count. On deck is Hayden Millen. And there's a grounder to third. Kelly lets it go through his glove, and that's going to be an error. So the E5, and Greer will hold at first. And so they get their second base runner of the day. And it was just a routine play.
I'm not sure what happened there. The ball was just he fisted him, so I'm sure it had a little bit of spin on it, but it didn't take a bad hop or anything. Like Kelly got a little bit antsy on that.
Now Hayden Millen, this is a guy you don't want to face based on last night.
Yeah.
He was 2 for 3 with a run scored. He had a single to center, and he had an infield single off the glove of Swanson.
Had the only 2 hits for the Tigers for a long time.
Fouls that one away. Looked like he was going to try to drop one right there. So far, 2 errors on the day for Santa Maria. This is, you add that to the 4 last night that we saw, this is very not routine for Santa Maria, I guess is what you could say.
Right. Yeah, you usually see a really, really clean game from the Gators, and now that you're at playoff time, it's even more, magnified, I guess, if you make errors. See if Ford can try to bail him out again right here.
And brings one up high and inside, 2-1 to Hayden Millen. Greer's at first, reaching an error by the third baseman. And that's a strike. So 2-2. And we'll see if Ford can get out of this inning without having the error come back and haunt him again. And I think he crossed up the catcher, and Laporte lets it get away.
Yeah, was that a check swing? Looked like he might even fouled it off.
I don't know.
Ball went straight 5-hole.
Yeah.
Laporte.
I don't know what happened there.
Huh. Well, Greer advances to second on it.
The umpire says there's no contact at all.
And no swing.
So 3-2, the runners at second in scoring position. And there's a pop-up foul. So Greer's now at second after the wild pitch. That was just an unusual looking situation.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if maybe Laporte got crossed up.
But you're going to see the 3-2 pitch fouled away.
If maybe the half wave of the bat by Millen kind of maybe got in his eyes, maybe didn't pick it up. You typically don't see that from Laporte.
3-2, 2 outs, runner on second. And it's fouled away again.
Yeah, a little less crowd today. Last night was probably the biggest crowd I've seen at a high school baseball game in a very long time.
Exactly.
A lot of tournament ball going on, some dance recitals.
Yeah.
People have other agendas today. Still a good crowd, though.
And that one's at the head, did not break, and it's ball 4.
That's that 3-2 breaking ball he tried to snap off again. Just didn't quite finish that pitch.
So Millen's on base again. He got on base a lot last night. Now we have runners on first and second with 2 outs, and Case Jordan, who was the third baseman. He was 0 for 3, had a stolen base and scored a run. He's one of that crew that reached on the error in that 4th inning. They get the 3rd inning. And there's a grounder to short. Mole flips over to Blanchard, and they get out of the inning and avoid a problem with the error again. And so no runs on, no hits, no errors, and 2 left after 2 innings, no score. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program. Experience the best of both worlds as high schools seamlessly blend with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Earn your high school diploma and an associate's degree in biological science or humanities in less time. Get acclimated to college coursework and expectations, giving you a 2-year head start on your peers. In fact, 86% of early college option students earn both a high school diploma and associate's degree from River Parishes Community College at the same time. And ECO students achieve an average ACT score of 24. You can enjoy a smaller learning environment that fosters collaborative learning, yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook cost. Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program, where your future begins today. Enroll for next year and seize the opportunity of a lifetime.
Welcome to Gator Park, Game 2, Santa Maria and Benton. No score. Jeff Porsche, Mike Moeller here with you as we go to the top of the third. It's going to be 8-9-1 for Santa Maria. That's Ryder Mole, Easton Humphrey, Trent Laporte. And so far, Thomas Allen has 4 of his 6 outs on strikeouts. We'll see what he can do right here as he faces Mole.
Yeah, just pumping the strikes. I mean, filling it up. He's only got 22 pitches through those 2 innings, and he's got 4 strikeouts. Usually when you see, those strikeouts start to pile up, that pitch count does as well. Not the case for Thomas Allen.
That one gets away from the catcher, 1-1. Santa Maria has committed 2 errors already, but the difference between last night and tonight is that they did not result in any runs. And there's a grounder to third and a good stab by Jordan. He goes to Pierce. That one almost strangled him right there, but he was able to get to it.
And hot shot right there. That ball was torched by Mole. You see Jordan just kind of break down, spread the feet. He became like a hockey goalie right there. You get, at worst case, you wear that off the chest and you have time to pick it up and throw it. But he ends up feeding that ball cleanly. Great play.
And Easton Humphrey comes to the plate, playing left field tonight. Takes a ball down and low. Humphrey was 1 for 2. He scored one of the 2 runs for the Gators last night. He had a walk and reached on a catcher's interference, and there's a shot to center, and Greer is going to get to it. Looked like he was a little late on the jump, but he was able to catch up and get to that ball, and it's 2 outs here very quickly.
That ball kind of hung up there. I thought that thing was going to fade away and get in the gap. Greer got a good break on it. Perfect angle. Made it look easy for the second out.
And so that is 7 in a row retired by Allen, and there's a strike.
First pitch slider.
This guy's a fast worker.
Yeah, he is.
And that's a ball outside.
Defense loves pitchers like this. Keeps them on their toes. Filling up the strike zone. Getting contact early in the counts.
And outside. 2-1, 2 outs here in the top of the third very quickly. You had Mole ground to third on a nice grab by Jordan. Humphrey flew out to center. And counts 2-2 to Trent Laporte, who was 0 for 1. He grounded to short. And that's outside. So in danger of giving up a base run.
Well, last night's pitcher, Cade Bryant. Tonight's pitcher, Thomas Allen. Both juniors. So the Tigers will have them back next year.
They're going to be a favorite.
Yeah, they are. A 1-2 punch like that.
Oh, and that's been called previously, but didn't get called right there.
Yeah. You'll probably get a courtesy runner.
Yep. You had last night, you had Martine running for him. Let's see if that's him.
Yeah, that's going to be Martine.
He is the team leader in stolen bases.
Picked up another one last night, so he's up to 13.
And he goes back to first safely. Kelly jumped on an early pitch and doubled off the wall. If that happens again, it'll be 1-0.
Martine's got a good lead. Let's see if he's going to try to swipe this bag.
Does not go there, but there's a strike. We saw that Kelly has extra base power in his previous at-bat. we'll see how cautious Martin is.
Got a good lead. You know you have a perfect lead if you get back on a pickoff and it's bang, bang.
He's got a great lead right now. Does not go again, and it's foul. That looked like it's headed toward the entrance. Hope everybody's okay over there.
It's a wake-up call.
So now 0-2 very quickly to Chase Kelly. And it looked like they had the pitch out called. Martin not going, and there's a ball, and had one to waste there with the 0-2 count. Now 1-2, 2 outs. Nearly chased it. First base umpire says no. So counts even.
Good job all the way around right there. Perfect pitch from Allen. Tough take from Kelly, but ended up taking that pitch.
Quick throw. Martin back safely. Martin's at first. Courtesy runner for Trent Laporte, who walked with 2 outs. Kelly 1 for 1, and that hits his helmet. And now you got runners at first and second.
Kelly hit by pitch to put Gators in first and second.
So now Santa Maria in business again. Second time they have a runner at second here so far today. Lane Swanson at the plate. He got caught looking in the first. He's going to look for redemption and try to give Santa Maria the early lead. First and second, 2 outs. No hits so far this inning. You have a walk and a hit batsman. And ball 1 to Lane Swanson. There's a strike called at the knees, I guess. One. And there's a swing and a miss. So after giving up 2 base runners, Allen back ahead in the count. One, 2. Misses outside, 2-2. Santa Maria looking to get their first lead of this series. And the breaking ball misses, and it's 3-2. So you saw a walk earlier to Laporte, in danger of losing Swanson right here after getting ahead 1-2.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to overcook those last 2 pitches. Really tried to torque that slider. That last pitch there left it up.
And that's in the dirt, and the bases are loaded.
Swanson draws the walk, load the bases.
So you have the bases loaded without the benefit of a base hit. And now the cleanup hitter, Landon Blanchard, the second baseman, comes up. He is 0 for 1, got caught looking, and you have a short conference between the infielders on the mound.
Come on, Cowbell!
Blanchard looking for some redemption here. He got caught looking in the 7th. Last night, he was caught looking here in the 1st. He's due for a hit.
Pretty good pitch he took last night in the 7th, though. That backdoor slider.
That was impossible.
Webb throwing cheese, and then he drops that lane changer back door on you. So tough to pull the trigger on that pitch.
Let's see what Blanchard can do. Bases loaded, and there's a shot to short, and it's going to be grabbed by Hudson Brignac. And so out on the line drive to short, and no runs on no hits, no errors. 3 left on base for Santa Maria. No score in the bottom of the 3rd. Benton, we were talking about, they're going to be a favorite next year. They might get the sulfur this year. Let's look at what they're doing so far.
If you look at the last 5 years, in 2019, they did not make the playoffs. 20, again, was shut down by COVID. In 2021, they come in as a 7 seed And in the regionals, lost to Dutchtown. Dutchtown went up there and took a best-of-3 series 2-0 from them in 2022. They were a 19 seed. They made it to the bi-district round. And in 2023, came in as a 20 seed and made it to the regional round.
I guess, with these two guys being the juniors, I guess the first thing that came to my mind, reminding me of something that you see here in Ascension Parish, reminded me of a few years ago at Dutchtown when you had the junior season, when you had Monceau and Gisclair, who did so well, got them to the quarterfinals, and in the next year got them one pitch away from the finals before giving up the home run to West Monroe. It's kind of a similar situation, I would think.
Yep, 1-2 punch, man. You think about the games they're pitching right now, nothing but experience, right?
Yep.
And their juniors are going to have this under their belts next year whenever they come back for their senior year. So look for them to make some noise next year in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
I mean, not that they're not doing now.
Yeah,
right?
they might
next
get
year
to,
they're going to be pretty stout as well.
Yeah, they might be the next team to take that step. And Ford's going to try to help Santa Maria make that step to the game 3, as he's going to face 1, 2, 3, Brignac, Pierce, and Bryant. Top of the batting order. And first pitch gets away. Ball 1 to Brignac. He grounded out to Blanchard to start this game. And there's a strike. Comes back 1-1. Both teams only have one hit so far today. Santa Maria has committed 2 errors, but no runs have come across. There's a bouncer, very slow hop to third, and not in time. That's an infield hit. Kelly could not do anything with that one.
Yeah, he kind of fell down, if you see him when we see it again here. He fell down on contact, had to stand back up. Still had to wait on that hop, but if he doesn't fall down, that's one that he can charge, and he's got a lot more time to throw the runner out.
Going to rule that one a base hit.
Yeah, that's base hit all day long.
And Pierce got a base hit his last at bat. Here he is. Looks like he's going to drop one, and the throw behind the batter from Laporte back in safely. So Pierce may try to get the sacrifice here. Probably their thinking is there's not going to be a lot of runs here. One run could be very valuable. All right, maybe faking it, and he did, and he's going to drop it for a hit. Good bat control right there.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, man, they might want to give Brignac at least one pitch to try to swipe a bag and then bunt him over to the third, right?
Yeah.
You see Pierce right there, fake the bunt, bring it back, slap that thing into left field. He's 2 for 2.
So now, last night's pitcher, Cade Bryant, no outs after back-to-back hits in the top of the third. He's your number 3 hitter, so he's a guy that can hit the ball, but he might be in a sacrifice situation right here, and I'm sure the coach is discussing options with him right now.
Yeah, you talk about he went 0 for last night, but I'm sure if he'd had to pick, he would want to get that W like he did on the mound. That's your number 1 job whenever you're pitching, hitting his secondary, even though you're the 3-hole. But today he's still in that 3-hole. Typically, you expect to see him swing away, but the way these two teams play, I wouldn't. Yep, there he is. He's bunting.
Runs are at a premium here today, and they're going to do the fake again, and that one is popped up, maybe in play. Look at that catch. Chase Kelly got into the net and came up with the ball.
Wow.
That's a big play right there.
That's a huge play right there. You see Kelly giving himself up.
Yep.
I just look at those bricks right there, man. I just think when you run into him, it's going to chop you in half. He runs full speed, grabs it right before the net. I just want to point out, I think it was Landon Blanchard, heads up, runs all the way from his position at second to third base to cover third base as Mole and Kelly were over trying to make that play. Nobody was covering third base. Blanchard picked up on that, went over, so the runners didn't advance.
And there's a bouncer to second, and the throw to second. Back to first.
Got it.
Double play, 4-6-3.
6-3, double play to get out of the inning.
I wasn't sure if that was going to be hit hard enough to make it, but it did.
Great job.
And so after 2 hits, 2 pitches, and 3 outs, check that out. Go from 2 on and nobody out to getting out of the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. So after 3, it's no score. Benton and Santa Maria, you're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Rev Business is connecting companies from the bayou to the river to the lake with the technology, expertise, and uniquely homegrown support that only Rev Business can deliver. From internet and hosted phone to managed Wi-Fi and Metro E, our best-in-class services are tailored to your needs, backed by in-house support and a local team devoted to keeping your business up and running. Visit us at letsrev.biz. Rev Business.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Top of the 4th, at Santa Maria, no score. Santa Maria and Benton. And Mike, we talked about how the defense has had some trouble for Santa Maria, and now we see the Santa Maria defense that we've come to expect in that 3rd inning.
Yeah, they kind of give it and then they take it away, right? I mean, that play right there, you and I both thought that ball wasn't hit hard enough. I thought Blanchard did a good job just to go to second to get the, that it wasn't the lead runner, but the runner going to second base, and Mole pivots and fires to first base in time to complete that double play.
Great job as Ford takes a ball and then fouls one away. So this is going to be 5, 6, 7. Wide Ford, Jace Moody, Parker Guidry for Santa Maria. Ford grounded to short and hits one up the middle, and that will get past Brignac. Last time it kind of died. That one got past him, though, this time it's a base hit.
Yeah, it's almost a carbon copy. We'll probably get a pinch runner or a courtesy runner for Ford here, but a little carbon copy. Got a little more of the barrel on that one. Got it up the middle, just out of the reach of Brignac.
And so you're going to see courtesy runner for Santa Maria. I believe that's going to be Mie. And he starts off with a good lead and throws back to first safely. And it is number 30, Andon Mie. Jace Moody at the plate, struck out in the 2nd. Takes the ball. So that's the 2nd hit of the day for Santa Maria. Benton has 3. And that's shot to left, foul. Missed it by probably about 7 feet. So Ford leads off with the single up the middle. Mie running for him and almost got away from the bag. Was able to hold on for dear life. Nearly a mistake. And the quick work, high and inside.
Well, Moody was trying to headbutt that one right there. He didn't. That ball was right at his head. He didn't even move. I don't know how it didn't hit him.
I love how this guy just comes at you, man. He came back with that from that pickoff attempt, and now you see a bunt dropped, and it's a good one. And he's off the bag and safe.
Wow. Perfect bunt right there. I don't even know how Jordan made a play on that, but he did, and he made it super close.
Let's see
a great play by third. Said he pulled him off the base a little bit. I think the throw did beat him.
Yeah, I think he would have been out.
Got a pinch hitter. But Guidry's going to be number 8. Owen Roddy.
Now you have runners at first and second with no outs. We saw that in the bottom of the third for Benton. So Roddy at the plate with Ford, his courtesy runner, Mie at second, and then Moody at first. And the ball is gone. So Guidry struck out his first time, Roddy getting his first plate appearance this entire series. First baseman coming in, expecting to bunt, and it happens, and gonna throw to third, and no, he does not, and nobody's covering first, and everybody's safe.
Ooh, a little mix-up on the defensive scheme right there for the Tigers. See, Allen thought he might have a chance at third base right there. Would have been very close.
Yeah.
Did the right thing, held it. Spins to throw to first, but nobody covering there.
So now bases loaded, no outs. So 2 bunts reach base. Trying to sacrifice both of them and get base hits. And now Mole. And that's hit foul.
Mole hunting that first pitch fastball. Got one up in the zone. Pretty anxious, just a little bit out in front.
So bases loaded. Nobody out. We saw this in the bottom of the 7th last night, and Santa Maria came away with no runs. Let's see what they can do here. A strike.
Ooh, paintball right there. Good pitch by Allen. Not backing down. Bases loaded, no outs. Still firing strikes.
This could be a very pivotal point in this game. Santa Maria's not had a lead in this series yet. And that one's fouled away. We have Humphrey on deck. Oh-2, and a shot to short, and the throw comes to the plate in time. Throw to first, double play.
Wow.
6-2-3 double play. 6-2-3.
God, great play by Big Mac right there.
Wow.
One hopper from his knees. He's just coming home to get the lead out. Sibley, super quick with the feet, spins and throws a rocket to Pierce to complete that double play. God, we've seen some good plays. This is awesome.
This is
like
top
I couldn't even
level.
Yeah, I couldn't even say anything there for a second.
This is top level competition.
You find yourself like a fan, kind of just watching.
Absolutely. And with 2 outs, there's a shot to left. It's going to fall for a base hit. 1 run is in, and the throw to the plate is in time for the out. But run has scored. That is Moody, and Guidry is thrown out at the plate 7-2. And Humphrey has an RBI single, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 4 hits. And you had no errors and 1 runner left on base. So it's 1-0 Santa Maria in the middle of the 4th. And Santa Maria trying to get another state championship. They got one last week.
Yeah, congrats to the Santa Maria Lady Gators, the 2024 Division I non-select softball state champions. Lady Gators defeated Ponchatoula 7-2 last Saturday for their 3rd straight title and 4th title for Coach Amy Petrie. She's won them in 2019, 22, 23, and 24. Congrats to some of the seniors, Emily Terrio, Gracie Versajay, Mary Beth Zeller, Mackenzie Ellisar, and Samantha Landash, followed by Alex Franklin. Santa Maria softball program has now won 9 state titles since 2001 and are undefeated in championship games. So if they make it to the championship game, they're going to win it.
And paying tribute to Clark Lambert, who is a longtime supporter of Santa Maria girls softball, #1 fan, who passed away in December.
Yeah, it was a staple among the Santa Maria Lady Gators softball everywhere.
Absolutely. And now you're going to get to the 4th, and Sandoval has their first lead, 1-0. And you're going to see 5, 6, 7, Sibley, Ziegler, and Greer as we start the bottom of the fourth inning and the ball. In the top of the fourth, you had something unusual. You had 2 outs made at home plate. You had the double play and then followed by the assist at the plate as that one is driven to the gap and caught. Easton Humphrey got it. These balls are hanging tonight, it seems like.
Yeah, that ball, you see the wind is still pumping out the left center field in that direction. That ball hung up in the air, and with Easton Humphrey's speed, he's going to get to that ball all day long.
So I want to correct one mistake that I said earlier. On that third out at the plate, it was 7-5 to 2, not 7-2 on the play at the plate. But 1 run had scored before that, and so it's 1-0 and count 0-1 to Malachi Ziegler, who struck out. And there's one hit to center, and Swanson is there. And now Ford's the one making quick work. 2 quick outs.
Yeah, Ziegler barreled that ball right there, but Swanson only had to take a couple steps right at him.
And now Cannon Greer. He reached on an error by Kelly and a strike called. Sandoval trying to get to a game 3. Fouled away. Benton won last night. If Sandoval wins, there will be a game 3 here after game 2. If Benton wins, this series is over, and Benton would advance. And a strikeout. 1, 2, 3 strikes, and you are out. 1, 2, 3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. 1-0 Sandoval. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Rev Business is connecting companies from the bayou to the river to the lake with the technology, expertise, and uniquely homegrown support that only Rev Business can deliver. From internet and hosted phone to managed Wi-Fi and Metro E, our best-in-class services are tailored to your needs, backed by in-house support and a local team devoted to keeping your business up and running. Visit us at letsrev.biz. Rev Business.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Top of the 5th at Sandoval, and it's 1-0 Gators with the lead. They got 1 run in the top of the 4th, and it was Benton who this time was the team in that 4th inning that made a couple of mistakes that ended in a run. You had 2 sacrifice bunt attempts that turned into base hits because the first one, the throw got the first baseman off the bag, and the second one, nobody was covering first base. And that led to that run. And so the pressure now on Benton for the first time in this best of 3.
Still just a 1-0 game.
Exactly.
A lot of traffic, but just a 1-0 game.
Yep. And runs, like we said, going to be at a premium here today. Will 1 be enough to hold it? Possibly. We'll find out. Laporte, Kelly, and Swanson, you're at the top of the order now. So the RBI came from the number 9 spot. You'd love to see that. Easton Humphrey. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, the Gators trying to be aggressive, trying to score that run, that extra run.
Yep.
Got to kind of like it, but good job by the Tigers defense to cut it off.
And there's a quick one-hopper to the pitcher who throws it to first for the out. So Allen to Pierce, 1-3. On the way.
To the plate, number 32,
Chase Kelly. So Kelly doubled, and then he was hit by a pitch. Both of these pitchers, when they are at their best, work very quickly. And there's a grounder to short. Brignac. The throw in time.
Brignac got a cannon over there. That ball took a long time to get to him.
Yep. He had an important play in that fourth inning as he led off the double play. On the grounder to short, he threw it home, and then the catcher, Sibley, got to first for the unorthodox 6-2-3 double play as the first pitch to Swanson is a strike and another strike. Oh-2, got away. So Swanson struck out looking and he walked. And that's over to Brignac, of course. And a line drive out to short, and 1-2-3. I don't know what was faster, the last couple of half innings. I saw like 5 minutes for the two of them. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. All right, what we're going to talk about here in the fifth inning. How about Santa Maria seniors?
Yeah, Santa Maria seniors right there, just alphabetically. There are 11 of them. You see case in blank: Lawson, Bouchard, Griffin Delanaville, Wyatt Ford, Will Frederick, Chase Kelly, Trent Laporte, Ryder Mole, Matty Murray, Owen Roddy, and Lane Swanson. A couple of those seniors involved 2 years ago when they were sophomores with that run to the state championship. So these guys have a pretty good amount of experience under their belt.
Yeah, they were all contributors, many of them at least, on those teams. And they brought the respect back to this program. It's been 20 years, I believe, since they've won that title.
Yep, last one was 04.
And this is as close as any group of seniors has gotten so far. And they're still trying to get that elusive sixth state championship. They need to do that to keep up with softball. Right. Softball is running away with it now.
Yeah, they had quite a run back in the early 90s.
Yep, absolutely. Look at the guys that played with them. Jason Williams.
Oh, yeah, that was the Brady Babbins and the Reed Brignacs. All those
Sheets.
guys. Danny Mitchells.
Now we're here in the bottom of the fifth. And a beauty. That's Millen. So Millen, Jordan, Brignac. 8-9-1. And fouled away. 0-2. So Santa Maria with their first lead of this series, 1-0.
Man, Ford in the fifth inning. He's got 60 pitches.
Yeah, he's in
so
good
far this
shape.
game. Yeah, very efficient. As was Allen. Allen started last inning with 58 pitches as well.
Potentially 9 outs to go here. Got him. Pulled the string on that one, and so did the umpire. Millen caught looking for the first out. Strikeout number 4 for Wyatt Ford. And now Case Jordan coming to the plate. He grounded out in the fielder's choice to end the second inning on a 6-4 force at second. 1 ball. 1-2. Both teams yesterday used 2 pitchers. As that one's popped straight up. And looks like the second baseman, Blanchard's going to make the play, and he does. And so he goes 0 for 2 so far, and Brignac's going to come to the plate.
Yeah, good job right there by Ford. He's changing speeds very well right now. He's got the Tiger hitters kind of off balance, got him caught in between. That fastballs and those breaking balls.
So now Brignac. Grounder and a single. Fouled away toward the bullpen. 0-1. So Brignac 1 for 2. And a strike called. I want to get back to what I was talking about before the pop-up. Both teams, their starters got into the 7th, or got to the 7th, and then both teams used one reliever, and both teams have used one starter up to now. So both pitching staffs are well intact at this point if there was a game 3, as that is fouled just by a couple of feet. Maybe less than that, maybe a couple of inches.
I don't know if it could have been. Moody was kind of hugging the line there right there. It would have been tough to squeeze that in between him and the baseline to keep it fair. That ball was hit hard. It would have been trouble if it was fair.
So still 0-2. This game going by very quickly. We just hit the 1 hour mark and we are 5 innings in almost. 0-2. Grounder to second. Blanchard to Moody. 1, 2, 3. And this game is flying by. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We go to the 6th. 1-0 Santa Ma. You're watching the Rev game of the week.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program. Experience the best of both worlds as high schools seamlessly blend with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Earn your high school diploma and an associate's degree in biological science or humanities in less time. Get acclimated to college coursework and expectations, giving you a 2-year head start on your peers. In fact, 86% of early college option students earn both a high school diploma and associate's degree from River Parishes Community College at the same time. And ECO students achieve an average ACT score of 24. You can enjoy a smaller learning environment that fosters collaborative learning, yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook cost. Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program, where your future begins today. Enroll for next year and seize the opportunity of a lifetime.
Top of the 6th at Santa Ma. Jeff Porsche, Mike Moeller with you. Don't blink. Don't get up. You might miss half an inning, because we are flying by right now as Thomas Allen on the mound for Benton will face 4, 5, 6, Landon Blanchard, Wyatt Ford, and Jace Moody.
Now for the Gators, number 11, Landon Blanchard.
Right now 1-0. You got the run off of Allen off of a Easton Humphrey base hit that scored Jace Moody. That's the only run of the game. There's a bouncer to second, and the throw from Ziegler to Pierce, 4-3 for 1 out.
Now batting, number 4.
Easy ground ball right there. I mean, both pitchers super efficient.
Yep.
Definitely going to go deep into this game. I mean, it is 1-0. Talk about the pace of it.
Yep.
Probably just one inning, maybe just a half an inning with a lot of traffic as the Gators had that bases loaded with no outs.
Yeah. And you also had a first and second situation for Benton on the base pass, and that was erased by Santa Ma with a double play.
Well, I think the umpire wore that one right there.
Yep. Looks like he's all right. So you have Ford who grounded to short and got a single. Count 2-1. And third baseman giving it a chase, but it's going to hit the top of the Santa Ma third base dugout. So the count even, 2-2. So after the play at the plate in the 4th inning that ended that inning, you have 4 in a row and maybe 5 as the fly ball goes to center, and it's caught by Greer for the second out. So that's 5 in a row for Thomas Allen, and Jace Moody's going to come to the plate. Both of these teams are playing like they got to be somewhere at 1:30.
Right
maybe
back
at
here.
a game 3.
Yeah, right back here maybe.
Ball. Two outs and a swing and a miss. Moody has scored the lone run of this ball game. Scored on that Easton Humphrey single in the 4th. 1-1.
Ooh, great breaking ball right there. You see Moody.
Feeble.
I mean, that's fastball inside. I mean, he looks fastball inside the entire way, and that little late lane change tied him up pretty good.
A feeble swing and takes a ball right there. 2-2, 2 outs. Top of the 6th.
Stayed in with on that slider just a little bit better. Did a good job of just getting a little piece of it.
Just giving you a reminder, Santa Maria is the visitors here, so if you're tuning in now and you see Santa Maria batting in the 6th, Benton still has 2 more at-bats right now, even though they trail 1-0. So Benton's going to come to bat in the bottom of the 6th, and then they will bat again in the 7th. 3-2 count. Did he chase it? He did not, and it's ball 4. First base umpire says nope.
A little bit high, just out of that strike zone. A little above his hands. A little bit too tall. Looked good, but held back.
So Owen Roddy is going to come to the plate again. He came in to replace Parker Guidry.
Laid down that, what was supposed to be a sac bunt.
Yep.
And it ended up being a hit.
I do not even see him with an at-bat on the stats from last night coming into today. 0-1. Moody at first. Takes the ball. And a little low. 2-1. Moody at first, 2 outs. And that bounces to the catcher, and he does a good job.
Great job by Sibley right there. That ball, he didn't like scoot over and try to block it. He glove saved on that one.
Yep, like a goalie, like you talked about earlier. Three and 1. Do you chase it right here? Should be a good pitch or a ball. Ball 4. So Roddy comes in to replace Guidry in the batting order and gets on base twice. And now Ryder Mole, who
the runner, a pinch runner.
Okay.
Running for the Gators at second base, number 30. And then Mie.
Yeah, that's Mie. Gonna come in.
So if Moody goes back in, that'll be it for Mie.
And they have a conference on the pitching mound. Pitcher's mound. Thomas Allen has looked good, giving up the 1 run. Kind of a hard luck run, as 2 of the 4 base hits that inning were off of attempted sacrifice bunts that were not played well by the defense.
Yeah, looked a little frustrated right there after that walk. Got a little animated.
Yeah.
Probably just a little chat just to calm him down a little bit. Still throwing the balls very well.
It's been a good pitcher's duel so far. And if we do get to a game 3, we expect more great pitching as well, as both teams have been very efficient with their pitchers. Neither bullpen has been depleted at all. So Mole, he grounded to third and then hit into the 6-2-3 double play with the bases loaded. And that gets away, and you're going to get second and third. So now the Ducks are on the pond.
Yeah, Allen just 100% tried to overthrow that one right there. You see the whole front side flies open. Only thing that arm can do is kind of come in, you kind of cut yourself off, try to play catch up.
Let's see if he can get back and compose himself. Ball 2. You have Humphrey on deck, who has the lone RBI. So it looked like this was going to be a routine inning for Allen as he got 2 quick outs, but then Moody walked and Roddy walked. And that is
heads up, Coach Bravada.
Yeah. Just a little bit ahead of it. And that one fouled away. They count 2-2. So now Allen getting back under control, 1 strike away from getting out of this inning unharmed. And that's a drive to center. It's going to hold up, though, and the center fielder Greer makes the catch. So no runs on, no hits, no errors, 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's 1-0. Santa Maria leads Benton. Benton, we talked about how they're a young team, not a lot of seniors.
Yeah, just 5 seniors for Benton this season. There, take a look at them right there from left to right. Hudson, Brignac, Brooks Pruitt, Cody Wilhite, Bryson Pierce, and Blake Warner. The seniors also part of some good clubs as they see in 2022 they had the 19 seed, and last year 2023 a 20 seed. A lot of those guys have some experience that they carried on to this season as they come in as the 13 seed.
And kind of an, I guess, underseeded 13 seed. We talked about how they have the superior record to Santa Maria, but Santa Maria has kind of the benefit of playing in a stronger district, as they got 2 wins against the number 4 seed Dutchtown. They got a win against the number 6 seed Live Oak. They got a win over East Ascension, who was a 16 seed, and then they swept Walker, who was also a top 16 seed. That's kind of the difference.
Yeah, and even when you get losses, you know, when you lose to some of the teams with the high, you know, the more power points or the more wins and things like that, that helps as well.
So now you're going to see 2, 3, 4 here at the bottom of the 6th, and Wyatt Ford leads off with a strike.
Yeah, plenty of pitches left for Ford too. That was just his 70th pitch of the afternoon thus far.
Pierce trying to keep his perfect game going, 2 for 2. That looked close. It's a ball. So in the first inning, he reached on a single, got to third on an error on a pickoff attempt. Ball 2.
Three pretty close pitches, all just a tick out of the zone.
2-1.
Oh, it's 2-1. I missed a strike. I thought it was 3-0. 2-2 now.
Yeah, it's 2-2. That first pitch was a strike.
Okay.
Then he had 2 balls and then came back with that. So now 2-2. And a bouncer over the head. This is trouble. And he's 3 for 3. And it gets away from the first baseman, but the catcher is right there, and so is Jace Moody.
Kind of a no man's land ball right there. Just pounded it off the turf, high enough to get it over Ford's head on the mound, and just shy enough that Mole had to come a little bit too far in to field that with the speed of Pierce.
And he's fast. You just saw that.
Yeah, he ran out of his shin guard. You see that?
Yep.
Flew off at the end.
Exactly. Good catch there.
3 for 3.
Yep.
Put a day together.
Exactly. Now Cade Bryant's we're going to see if he tries to drop one, and it's gone foul and out of play. Nearly hung up enough for Laporte to grab it.
He was chasing him. He was running. He kept following him, that ball right there.
Yep. Benton needs a run. We're getting into a very similar situation to what you saw at Dutchtown last week. They went into the 7th down 1-0, got 2, and wound up winning that game 2-1. Sandball hoping that doesn't repeat itself here in the bottom of the 6th.
Ooh, pitch by Ford right there, breaking ball.
0-2.
Bryant may have given up on that, thought it was a fastball up out of the zone.
That's a gutsy pitch right there in that situation.
A lot of times the breaking ball is the better pitch to throw when you know they're going to bunt, because they tend to pop that pitch up a little more.
And with the 2-strike count, Bryant, at least initially, looking like he's offering. You saw that little, when Pierce did that little slap base hit, where he showed Munden.
Oh, that one was out of his face right there.
Yep. Maybe trying to get a little cheap foul off that.
Yeah. Some of the good hitters say the breaking ball is the best pitch to bunt. A lot of times you see him pop that pitch up.
They go to first. Pierce not going anywhere. Ford working 5+ innings, only giving up 4 hits, no runs. Fouled away. It's a gutsy performance all around, trying to keep Santa Maria alive. If they lose, the season is over. If they win, they have one more chance to advance. And that's bounced.
Oh, you tried to do the same thing.
Yep.
A little emergency hack right there. He pounded that in the zone. If that stays fair, that's trouble. High hopper off that turf.
Can't do anything with
that.
that.
No, not enough time.
Nobody out. In the dirt, good stop by Laporte. Santa Maria hoping for a double play ball here, but you're going to have to be fast with these base runners. Go back to first. Santa Maria got 1 run in the top of the 4th, and that's all we have so far. Had a big lead right there. Now it comes back a little bit. Now it's fouled away over to the track field. But Ford wasting some pitches here. Bryant staying alive.
Yeah, pretty good battle right here. Ford paying attention. A lot of attention to the base runner.
They're definitely preoccupied there, and he's a lefty, so he's looking right at him.
Yeah, this is where if you're Benton, you want to get this runner too.
He's going, and he's got
and he rung him up.
He got that bag stolen, but the strikeout.
Great pitch and great jump right there too by Pierce. I mean, that's you. We talked about it last night. If you're the home team, you need to play for the tie, right? Because you have last at bat. So in that situation, you have to get Pierce to second base somehow right there.
Yep.
Ford snapped off a dandy breaking ball right there that locked Bryant up. But Pierce had already had that base stolen.
Yeah, he had that one. He had that one perfectly timed on the jump. But now the runner's in scoring position, and he's going to advance to third on the base hit. He's going home, and the throw is up the line, and we are tied.
Hence the reason you get that runner into scoring position, because that's all you need is a little base hit right there.
And so Caleb Frey, after hitting into the double play, his last at bat into third, gets redemption with the RBI base hit up the middle. And looks like we may be getting a courtesy runner.
Going to be a pinch runner.
Okay. So number 2 checking in for Benton, and we don't see a 2 on their lineup. Have to check their scorecard.
Going to be Jackson Jones.
There you go. Thank you, Public Address. Now Griffin Sibley. He grounded to the pitcher and flew to left. Tie game. It's been a good one. So 1 out. You have the courtesy runner at first, pinch runner, excuse me. He's got a good lead. Ford, potential double play away from getting out of the inning. They throw back to first, and he's safe.
Ooh, bang, bang, quick. Yep. Quick out of the box is Laporte right there. Good tag by Moody. Just a little bit tardy.
It's Jones at first. He's got a pretty good lead. Swinging and miss. So count 2-1. There is action in the bullpen for Sandoval. We had action earlier for Benton. I believe that guy's ready. Fouled away. So with the pitchers duels that we've had, pretty much your full bullpen arsenal is ready if you need it.
Locked and loaded.
2-2, 1 out, and they got him picked off. The throw to second, got him. 1-3-6 for the tag.
1-3-4 for out number 2.
So now 2 outs, and 2-2. And now nobody on with a 1-1 score.
I like that chess match right there. Tigers trying to get another run in the score position. Got to pick a pitch, right? Because you got to go on first movement. Got them all.
And got the strikeout. How about that, Mike? So you get the strikeout to end the inning. 1 run has scored. So you got 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. Nobody left. So it's 1-1, and we go to the 7th. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Rev Business is connecting companies from the bayou to the river to the lake with the technology, expertise, and uniquely homegrown support that only Rev Business can deliver. From internet and hosted phone to managed Wi-Fi and Metro E, our best-in-class services are tailored to your needs, backed by in-house support and a local team devoted to keeping your business up and running. Visit us at letsrev.biz. Rev Business.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
We're here at the top of the 7th, as you see the Gold Dome in the background here at Santa Ma High School as we are at Gator Park. It's the top of the 7th. Thomas Allen on the mound still as Santa Ma comes up with Humphrey, Laporte, and Kelly. Potentially this could be the last at-bat of the season for Santa Ma if they can't win this game, but they're going to try to get a run across and take that lead going into the bottom of the 7th. Don't forget, we're here at Santa Ma, but in game 2 of the best of 3, Santa Ma is the visitors since they are the higher seed, even though they're still the host team. So Benton will get the final at bat. So we'll try to keep track of this one and some of the other ones. I do see one update so far from Sam Houston. Sam Houston up in the 6th on Live Oak 2-0. That's the only one that I've seen so far, but we'll keep you up to date on some of those games. Humphrey got the lone RBI for Santa Maria. He drove home Moody in the fourth. And that's a grounder to third. Jordan, nice throw to first. So 5-3. So one pitch, one out. And we've seen Allen do that a lot. He gets a lot of first and second pitch outs, but the reason they're doing that, Mike, is because they want to chase those fastballs early and see what they can do with them. Now you're going to see Laporte and see what he does with it.
Ooh, first pitch slider right there. I'm not sure where that was. It looked like a good pitch. Might have fooled everyone.
And that one is popped straight up.
That's trouble.
And it looks like it's going to be dropped as there was a miscommunication between Sibley and Jordan. Jordan had it, and Sibley went over his head with his mitt.
Yeah, that's Jordan's ball all the way. He's coming in. You see Sibley, he would have had to turn all the way around to try to make that play.
Now Santa Maria has a chance to make them pay for that mistake. And I'm going to bring this up as the wind is blowing out toward left center. Laporte hit one a mile in the seventh inning last night, but it went foul by about 20 feet.
Yeah, he barreled it, was a little bit too far out in front of it. Would have been a game changer for sure.
Yep. Would have tied the game.
He's got 5 bombs on the year. I'm pretty sure he busted his nose. I think they ran into each other, Jordan and Sibley.
Ball might have hit him.
First pitch was a ball. It's 2-1. 2-1.
Little confusion on the pitch count right now.
Remember this call? 2-1.
So the home plate umpire is having a conversation. They're trying to figure it out. So we're now officially 1-1. Okay, here we go. As got a little delay here from the injury, as you see right there, Case Jordan.
Yeah, the collision.
So now
not sure if he got head-butted by Sibley or the ball may have hit him.
Yeah, I think I was leaning toward the ball because in case you do not remember, you had the pop-up in foul territory. Jordan had the call, and Sibley didn't notice or kind of took the lead and went over Sibley's head and knocked it away. And then he wound up with this little facial injury. So that's where we stand. It's been a great matchup so far. Both of these teams are so evenly matched, and we see it again here today as you had one run for Santa Maria on the top of the fourth. We talked about that, the Easton Humphrey RBI.
Took him a little while to get they were trying to get the blood off of Jordan's uniform right there. They made him take the sleeve off, so apparently they had some blood on there too. They won't let him continue with that.
Right.
Count is going to be 1-1.
Our score 1-1. We talked about the one run for Santa Maria. Benton got that run in the sixth just now on the RBI base hit by Frey that scored Pierce. 1-1 the count. Misses. So now it's 2-1. So it was 2-1. There you go. And ball 3. That one just barely misses. So Laporte's going to see a 3-1 pitch right here.
Yeah, two very small misses, one inside, one outside right there. Just a little bit tall.
So whether it's ball 5 or ball 4, he's on base.
You're going to have Martini come in and courtesy run for him again.
So that's his day. His day at this point is now 0 for 2 with 2 walks.
Yeah, I would imagine Martine's going to be going in one of the first couple pitches here.
Especially with one out. You hate to give up one.
Exactly. Gators got to get a run in scoring position. You're the visiting team.
Yeah. You don't want to give up one with a sacrifice right here if you already got one out.
No, you're not sacrificing right here with one out.
He's got a pretty good lead. Not going. In the dirt. Allen is a really fast worker, and I've seen before where when things start to slow down, he starts throwing balls, he kind of loses his composure a little bit.
Yeah, that's what happened right there. A little pause. Jordan.
But he popped it up, but Sibley couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it. Yeah, that little pause where Jordan had to get rid of, had to clean his uniform right there.
Yeah,
he did a little something. He got himself right back in the zone right there, though.
Yeah, he's definitely a pace guy. He likes to work it quickly.
And I think Kelly was trying to bump for a base hit right there.
Yeah.
Not trying to give himself up sack-wise, I wouldn't imagine.
Nobody was really expecting it. Neither of us were. Now it's 1-2. One out. That was Humphrey who grounded to Jordan to start the inning. And that gets away, and you got your runner at second. So Sibley got his glove on it, but still got away, and now runner at second on the wild pitch.
Yeah, the slider. See Allen pull that thing. That's the one you want to start maybe outer third and try to let it eat off the plate. He pulled it all the way across, just too tough for Sibley to get out there and block it.
And that one's driven to right, and it may fall, and it does! And it's a base hit, and the runner is coming to the plate, and he will score as the throw goes to second, 2-1, Santa Ma.
Chase Kelly with the double.
And a double for Kelly, got the RBI, and Santa Ma will be playing for the win in the bottom of the seventh.
Ooh, that ball just hung up and hung up and hung up. And you see Bryant trying to come in on that ball, just couldn't get to it. Right in the Bermuda Triangle there.
Bryant made a valiant try, but it got away from him. And as the ball got away from him, that meant that Martine was able to score because he had to hold up because that ball was close enough that you couldn't just take off.
Yeah, no, I mean you got to hang up, but I mean the dive maybe the time that it took Bryant to get back up and get to that ball.
So now
plenty
Swanson.
Enough time for Martine to score.
Yep. So now Swanson takes a ball. So an RBI double for Kelly. And that gets away, and the runner goes to third. And now they got to throw back as got a little eager right there, maybe.
Yeah, he come around third base pretty aggressive, lost his footing. Lucky he didn't get back picked right there.
Yeah. So Allen, like I said, that rhythm kind of got away from him here in the seventh inning, and they've given up that run. And that's going to be a base hit, and it's 3-1. So now the bats come alive for the Gators as they drive in Chase Kelly. So 2 runs here in the top of the seventh, and Santa Ma has a 3-1 lead.
Brings to the plate, number 11, Landon Blanchard.
Good at bat right there by Swanson. Got that pitch he liked up in the zone, hit it right back where it came from. Huge insurance run for the Gators.
Absolutely, and we will see in the bottom of the seventh whether you go forward or whether you go straight to your closer. As we're going to have a conference on the mound. You know, Allen likes to work fast. We talked about this, and he's got a good rhythm, but when he loses his cool, he can the balls kind of get away from him. You've seen the balls go to the screen a couple of times, and he's given up back-to-back hits.
Yes, he said they're trying to calm him down there. Both of them a little animated on the mound there. Some frustration, I'm sure.
And that is taken to left, and it's going to fall. 3 in a row for Santa Maria.
Blanchard with the hit to left field. That puts Gators on first and second.
And now,
number 4,
first and second with 1 out. As this inning started out with a ground out by Humphrey, then Laporte walked, and now you've got 3 straight base hits. And Santa Maria is in good shape, and I think they're going to have to pull Allen. He's just kind of lost his cool at this point. Whatever he had, he's having trouble with it right now. And Benton got the run in the bottom of the 6th to tie it, but Santa Maria answers, and we are going to the bullpen. So a great effort as 6 in the 3rd from Allen, but they were finally able to get to him, Mike, and that made a big difference as number 11 is going to come to the mound, Jackson Pruitt.
Yeah, Allen pitched his butt off. Just a couple, I don't even want to say a couple of miscues or anything like that. Just some timely hitting right there. You had a couple wild pitches, got Martine at the scoring position there. Good at bat by Swanson. Solid base hit up the middle, followed by another couple base hits.
Well, you know what changed things a little bit, and what changed kind of his rhythm was that pop fly that should have been caught by Jordan, and then Sibley kind of knocked it away from him.
Yep.
And that would have been the second out of the inning, nobody on. And it ended with a walk to Laporte, followed by the 3 straight base hits. If that ball is caught by Jordan to make the second out, they may get through this inning without giving up a run.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. I mean, that's an out, especially when we talk about like making errors or throwing some balls away and stuff like that, especially at playoff time, how crucial they are. Can't give outs away, man.
Yep, that's not going to be an error on the score sheet, but that was a game changer that nobody is going to notice if they weren't paying attention to the game or reading the story tomorrow in the paper. But sometimes games and entire series flip on plays like that. So you got this is a tall guy right here. Pruitt doesn't have the beef that Webb had out there, but looks like he's got pretty good stuff.
There's some big boys in that dugout over there.
Yep. So far, 2 runs scored this inning on 3 hits.
Let's make some noise.
So to recap once again, Humphrey grounded to 3rd, then Laporte. He was the benefactor of the drop pop fly. He reached on a walk and later scored. Kelly doubled, drove in Laporte's courtesy runner, Martine. Then Swanson got a single and drove in Kelly. And then Blanchard got on base with a single. And here we are with Wyatt Ford, who can help his own cause. Good one from the press box. So the first baseman playing in the dirt, maybe expecting a drop right here. And he squares around, and he's going down the 3rd baseline. Foul.
Pruitt, another junior for the Tigers. He'll be returning next year. A solid staff.
So Swanson at 2nd, Blanchard at 1st. Low. 1-1. Santa Maria will be playing for the win in the bottom of the 7th. If Santa Maria wins, that would tie the series at 1 game apiece, and Game 3 would follow. We'll let you know when we find out exact game time for that before the end of this broadcast. But Santa Maria still has to get 3 outs, but they may get more runs here. Who knows? 2-1 after another ball. That's a strike. 2-2. Ford grounded to short. got a single, but then was thrown out at home on a force, and then flew out to center. And that's fouled away. Just got a piece of it.
Yeah, looks like a swing and a miss, and the ball popped out. So you gotta figure he got a little piece of it.
Two and two, one out, top of the 7th. And
again,
fouled away. 2 runs here in the top of the 7th. Santa Maria leads by 2. Now, if there's a game 3, the home team would be flipped again. Santa Maria will be the home team in game 3 if we get the game 3. Turns back to second.
A little inside move right there. Let Swanson know he didn't forget about him.
And there's another base hit. 4 in a row, and another run's going to score. 4-1, and it's a double. For Wyatt Ford, and he gets an insurance run for himself right there.
God, he torched that ball, got one up and in on the inner half, and just spun on it, rocket down to right field. Pick up that RBI and get himself a double.
3 runs are in the 7th. 4-1, Santa Maria. Second and third with 1 out. Now Jace Moody.
For number 22, Jace Moody.
Could we get 5 in a row?
I don't know. Why not?
Has Santa Maria had
Never
5
know.
hits in this series before this run? Pretty good. They had a couple
Collectively,
more.
yeah, there's 9 today. So
Yeah. So they got 4 today before that. Or 5 today, excuse me. And that gets away, and the runner, he took a couple of steps and then thought twice. Probably would have been a dead duck at the plate right there.
yeah, literally he didn't. You know, if you're not going to go, if you're kind of really paying attention, as soon as you see that, you break. You know, right away you have a chance. But I don't think he saw that ball squirt to kind of screened. Sibley kind of screened that ball and couldn't see it right away.
So that's Blanchard at third. Ford is at second.
No, we got
A
courtesy runner, yeah.
That's Miet again. And first base is open. 1-0. In the dirt. 2-0. So the courtesy runner is number 16.
That's Quentin Ellisar, yeah.
Not Miet.
Yeah, Miet should have been done. Remember, he came in and he actually pinch ran for Moody last inning, and then when Moody comes back in,
yeah,
that makes he's done.
Okay, correct. So Moody.
Gators coming alive. He's swinging the bats with 9 hits this far this game, which is Coach Bravada's deal.
Yep. 4 of them are in a row right here. Timely hitting, shall we say.
Yeah, Bravada hangs his hat on that hitting. He's a really good instructor of that craft.
So all 4 and the bases are loaded. So the 4 base hit streak is now over. But now we can look at the 6 base runners in a row streak, I guess. Now Owen Roddy singled and walked. The single came off of a sacrifice bunt attempt that was placed very nicely.
Yeah, he's been on base both times since he's pinch hit for Guidry.
Top of the 7th, 3 runs are in, and Roddy takes a strike. It was 1-1 when we came to the 7th. But Santa Maria has exploded for 3. And it gets away. 1-1.
Still only 1 out since that
Yeah.
String of base hits.
First batter, Humphrey, got out. Bounced out to Jordan. Swing and miss. 1-2. And caught him looking. So the second out of the inning.
Number 3,
As the first strikeout for Pruitt. So now Ryder Mole comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Always hit the ball so hard several times.
Doesn't have anything to show for it.
Yeah, nothing to show for it. Haven't found a hole yet.
He's 0 for 3. And the ball. Close pitch. So this is the 9th batter of this 7th inning. Humphrey, who led this inning off with an out, is on deck, and he is not going to get to the plate.
Still has nothing to show for it. Another hard hit ball.
Millen makes the play and left. So it's 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 3 left. And we go to the bottom of the 7th, and it's 4-1 Santa Maria.
Take a look at the Rev game of the week. Summer schedule you see there, 2024. May 12th to September 1st, the replays of selected games from the 23-24 school year. It'll be live streamed on Rev Sports YouTube channel, Rev TV with 4 replay times. Sunday at 6 a.m., Wednesday at 9:30 p.m., Sunday at 6 p.m., Wednesday at 7 p.m., and Sunday 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
And you would expect Santa Maria to be featured in some of those games. They got some big wins this season on Rev Sports. Probably their biggest Rev Sports win this season was in football, as they got the victory at East Ascension. That could be part of our rotation for sure.
That's the one that matters, right?
Yep. That counts more than everything else.
Exactly.
And,
exactly.
And Wyatt Ford trying to make this 7th inning count.
Yeah, Ford's been super efficient the entire game, especially the last couple of innings. I mean, he's coming into this 7th inning with only 88 pitches thrown.
Now, the bullpen is ready, but he's got a lot of pitches left before they have to pull. And he hasn't really struggled. He gave up a run in the 6th. You're going to see Ziegler, Greer, and Miller. Fouled away. We want to bring it up again. This game really turned on that dropped pop-up when Laporte was at the plate. It was a foul ball and miscommunication between the third base and the catcher. Strike called. It gave Laporte new life with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Should have been 2 outs in the top of the 7th, nobody on. Instead, he walked, and then you got 4 straight base hits.
Yeah, there's always a turning point, right? You can always look at something happen, man, that just couldn't overcome.
Yep. And speaking of something you can't overcome, nearly got the strikeout looking right there, but the home plate umpire says no. 1-2 in the dirt. If Santa Maria can survive this 7th inning, we are going to clear this stadium and come back for game 3. There will be some time, don't know how much time yet. We're going to try to get confirmation from Coach Bravada before we go off air. But they have to clear the stadium because you have to get a gate for game 3. So everybody has to leave. 3-2. But Benton here has a chance to get some runs in this seventh and not have a game three. We'll see what they can do. Grounder to short. Mole has it. Throw to first in time.
Mole with the 6-3 foot out for out number
and
one.
we're 2 outs away from game three.
Brings the plate number 14, Greer.
As Ziegler 0 for 3 on the day. Now Greer reached on an error, struck out. Ford trying to go to distance. Now, depending on what happens here, right now, Santa Maria has used 3 pitchers in the first 2 games as a strike is called.
Ford doing exactly what he needs to do right here. Typically, you see these teams take whenever, last inning down a couple runs. I know Ziegler did swing at that first pitch, but.
And that is right to Blanchard for the out.
Round number 2.
And Hayden Millen, the only thing standing between Wyatt Ford and a complete game victory with the season on the line for the Gators. We will see what he can do as Millen walked and then was forced out at second and struck out looking. It's been a gem so far for Wyatt Ford. That's high. Bullpen is ready if necessary. Don't want to give up the base runner and put the tying run on or up at the plate. This count goes 2-0. You got to 8 and 9 spots. That's to his advantage. Strike. 2 more strikes, and we get a game 3. And that is up the middle. Grabbed in. We have a game 3. Ryder Mole with the stab up the middle for the out. And no runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left. And Santa Maria survives as the visitors, and they get to be the home team in game 3, which will be coming up very soon, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, like you said it multiple times at that turning point. I mean, we had a 1-1 game, that drop pop-up kind of, the wheels got a little bit loose, started to fall off a little bit there. Santa Maria put up 3 runs. Wyatt Ford, excellent today on the bump, goes out for the 7th inning, and looks like that next game is going to be at 3:45. We just saw Coach Bravada said. So to all the listeners, 3:45 will be the rubber match of this 3-game series. But just to wrap it up, Wyatt Ford comes back out 7th inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
After he helps his own cause with that double down the right field line, shuts it down to the 7th inning to help that Gator team keep that 4-1 lead.
At this time,
4-1 lead, end up winning that game.
Well, what we're going to do right now is we're just going to wrap everything up, and we're going to come back live at approximately 3:30 for Game 3. And so we'd like to remind everyone you can watch our games live streamed on the Rev Sports 1 YouTube channel, as well as replays on TV on Rev Channel 4. Thanks for watching this afternoon. And a reminder to join us in about 35 minutes as these 2 teams will meet again in a winner-take-all Game 3 of this best-of-3 quarterfinal series. For Mike Moeller, I'm Jeff Porsche. We'll see you this afternoon in a little while. You've been watching the Rev Game of the Week.